to come to the United States as often as she does. She comes from a very wealthy family, bro.
Here's where you're wrong. One, she's on court, and two, I didn't buy a bracelet.
Creep on in, on in, on in.
You know, I really don't like Fresh and Fit. I've been making videos on these dudes really since the beginning of this channel almost. Like, outside those first couple weeks when I started this channel and I didn't know what I was doing, I was literally just posting the most random videos. Like, it didn't even make any sense. I was just literally posting stuff to see if something would click. I didn't even know how it worked. I mean, I still don't know how it works, considering, boy, this losing streak I've been on lately has been pretty epic. But, you know, back to Fresh and Fit. And the fact that Fresh and Fit, you know, pretty much has been like the main origin of this channel. Heck, I mean, they were the reason this channel ever even slightly took off, you know, back in the glory days when people were like, man, you know, this channel's gonna blow up one day. And boy, man, I can see this channel doing things. How ain't nobody seen you? Well, ain't nobody seen me because YouTube apparently doesn't stop putting my videos in the algorithm, which is sad. And I'm trying to figure out who I offended. Maybe it was the Fresh and Fit people put on a petition to where I'm just no longer gonna be able to, you know, do anything on this channel, which is sad. But nonetheless, you know, this latest drama here involving Fresh is taking many turns, and well, it is hilarious, you know, just listening and watching the triumphant downfall of these guys, because I mean, these are the biggest tools that everybody has seen in the last couple of years on the internet, especially if you're like looking at anything relationship wise, because I mean, these dudes promote themselves to be these epic gurus and these geniuses and these bona fide studs who can pull off and get any chick that they want. I mean, Fresh over here still claiming that he got over 1,000 bodies when he probably bought over 800 of them. I mean, and the whole thing with this Chinese escort is like, you know what? She probably is an escort.
To come to the United States as often as she does. She comes from a very wealthy family, bro.
Here's where you're wrong. One, she's on court, and two, I didn't buy a bracelet.
She might even be a true 304, as they would say. But I mean, honestly, none of that matters. This whole attempt at character assassination is just an attempt to deflect from the actual story. I mean, these guys are really trying to get, you know, the real mental gymnastics going on. It's pretty stunning actually to listen to these dudes just try to twist the story the way they have. I mean, this is worse than CNN or Fox News or any of the mainstream media. And they don't try to twist the news this much at all. They usually just try to pull it to the same narrative all the time. This is just, I don't know. Like, they clearly cropped it out this video. Like, it's not even, the video is BS.
Honestly, the onus is on you to make this experience wonderful so that I will want to see you again.
Okay, so let's get started.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I've got you in my sights.
I could end the podcast right there. But wait!
Man, seriously, man, take your corny ass home somewhere. God, I can't stand these dudes. Now I know I'm trying to get mature and grow up and be better and just, you know, understand these folks and see their plight and see where they're coming from. But I'm just having a hard time. Like, these guys are so stupid. They don't even realize when somebody's Tarzaning off their peach tree. Like, I mean, really? They gonna call out MTR of all people? That man has been deriding you guys for the last 2 years. I mean, actually, 3. It's been a while. I mean, he's been riding that sack for a minute. I mean, he's been on it. So, I mean, I don't understand how y'all gonna call him out in the midst of people like, oh, he critiqued us. Man, did y'all even watch the video? Did you even watch his video? You clearly didn't. Because, I mean, if you actually watched it, maybe you did. And y'all just had the comprehension skills of a first grader. And I mean, it could be that.
To come to the United States as often as she does. She comes from a very wealthy family, bro.
Here's where you're wrong. One, she's on court, and two, I didn't buy a bracelet.
So let's go ahead, and she said she's not a sex worker. She's not an escort. Okay. What's this? In this photo that you guys can see here, we can see Jin Chen meeting up with a potential client. Okay, I'm not going to say where this was, but what I'm about to show you guys is all exclusive stuff that no one else has. Okay, but it's an anonymous source.
And quite frankly, in the video, I'm not even sure that this is even her. Like, this woman isn't built like her at all. Just like in this other video that I showed on the last video I posted.
Here she is, taking the dude's money and doing what she's about to do with it.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Oh.
So let me get this straight. I'm gonna go back again. Pay attention to this.
Like, who are these women? neither one of these women look like her. Neither one of them are built like she is. She's a bodybuilder. Like, I mean, she's got guns, muscles, six pack. I mean, she's stacked, big old titties. I mean, she is busting out that you will notice her presence.
To come to the United States as often as she does, she comes from a very wealthy family, bro.
Here's where you're wrong. One, she's on the court, and two, I didn't buy a bracelet.
The girls from these videos, they don't line up. I'm sorry. I mean, this is just basic eye test stuff. Unless, oh, they use AI. You know, maybe they use that to twist and manipulate the footage. No, I don't think that's the case here. I really don't. I mean, then you got Myron over here just laughing his butt off like, I got you. No, you didn't. You got yourself. I mean, how stupid are these guys? Like, these guys are truly dumbasses. But I guess I shouldn't be shocked. I mean, he did make the book, you know, Why Women Deserve Less. I mean, I just, Lord, I mean, it was only like 83 pages. Like, they have no material. Yeah, I know, because I actually bought the book because I did a book report on it. I mean, yeah. But still, not to mention, you know, the whole creepy, weird blogging of Fresh's dating history with this woman.
Between here and there. And then they talked on WhatsApp on January 1st, 2024. So he saw her again, guys, right? So she left the 28th, and then he started talking on WhatsApp on the 1st. I mean, they were talking on Instagram before that, but as you guys know, we can't show those messages because Fresh's Instagram got wiped with mine. Then, on December 28th to January 10th, she was in Miami, right? They spent a few days together. About half that time, she wasn't with Fresh, right? Then, they didn't see each other again until March 9th, right, in Barbados. They met in Barbados and hung out.
Where were you on November 26th? Oh, we were at Ruth Chris, and then we had a few drinks, and then that afternoon we got together and we had sex. And it's like, my God, man. You remember that off the top? Do you remember? Oh, yes, absolutely. I remember I had a bottle of Sutter Home. I thought, Sutter Home? Sutter Home? Thought y'all, don't worry, we just like the taste. That kind of thing. I could see Fresh, you know, like doing that. But I just, the whole thing is just strange. Like, why are you like logging these things? Is it that serious? I mean, it can't be. Can't be that real. Myron just needs to come out and admit he's been sleeping with guys. Fresh needs to come out here and just go ahead and admit the truth and say he's been paying for the women, the 304s. He loves it. He loves the dirty vajayjay. He loves the nasty. He needs to go ahead and admit that's the lifestyle he likes to live. He wants to promote himself to be a certain way, but when it comes down to it, he a gremlin. He a gremlin at the end of the day. Just look at him. He's meant for it. He likes the darkness, except he don't like the dark meat. It's just, I don't know. I know it don't make any sense. Somebody like that, how you just don't like people. Yeah, despite the point. But they need to come out here and just own it. It is just, it's sad. I mean, these guys and the saga that they're going through here, but this might really kill the podcast, which would be, you know, kind of cool to witness. And also, you know, like, hey, it's also sad. That means I won't be making any more Fresh and Fit videos. I mean, I don't know if Rumble will kick them off, though, because that's the desperate platform. I mean, that is where, you know, YouTubers go to die. Basically, when your career is over here on YouTube after you've been banned and banished from this property, then they just send you off over to that field somewhere so you eventually get shot in the head. I mean, it's just, you know, that's kind of what they do. Now, the messed up thing is, the Fresh and Fit fans have been cooking these guys for weeks. You know, they have these weekly call-in shows where they allow people to call in and, you know, basically embarrass themselves in a one-on-one argument when all of a sudden they're one-on-one with their hero Myron Gaines and they just fall apart emotionally and they just can't, you know, abstain an actual argument because they're peeing in their pants somehow on the other end of that phone. I just don't understand that either. Like,
Fresh on this one too. So Fresh, you gave an extremely expensive Von Cleef bracelet, which are worth up to $30K, to a Chinese escort you just met. Now, Fresh, you claim that you didn't give her the gift. That's what you claim.
Show me the proof.
But the escort says that you did.
No,
he didn't. Number one, he didn't buy the bracelet for her.
So here's where you're wrong. One, she's on the escort, and two, I didn't buy a bracelet. So what are you trying to say, bro? Where's your proof? You have no proof.
Fresh, you're lying. Bro, you're Fresh. You're a trick, bro. You're lying. And everyone sees it. There's all ones in the chat, bro.
So to put that on me, just because you want to say, oh, Fresh is a simp, wrong.
So you didn't buy
Fresh,
it?
so can you...
No.
You're just trying to say that he bought the bracelet. He didn't buy the bracelet.
And
you're saying, oh, Fresh bought her a Van Cleef bracelet. You have no proof of this.
None.
No, it's not true. He paid half and I paid half. Like I said, how much? Around 30K. Well, first I still have the conversation. I told him what's the issue if you tell everyone you bought me the bracelet? Like, why can't you tell everyone? Why can't you just speak the truth? Like, why are you like pretending it, like hiding it? But then he was like, don't say it. He just told me to shut up.
Some of these people are literally the lowest forms of human organisms that you will, ever find. That's what I had to remember when I'm thinking about these fans, is because, they have Myron Gaines and Walter Weeks as your heroes, like people you aspire to be, these alpha men, these true dogs out there that's living it up in Miami, getting all the bitches, you know what I'm saying? Just living it up down there, living a dream, the fantasy of so many teenage boys out there. But yet, most of their fans, for whatever reason, are in their upper 20s and lower 30s, which is really, really the sad part. And that's why some of us might feel like the future is doomed. Because if these are the men that are taking up so many spaces, and this is a lot of guys who listen to people like Fresh and Fit, not just Fresh and Fit, it's the whole, demon spawn of other creators that are just like them out there. Like they just had that whole conference together where they all got in one room and they got all the, the red pill Avengers together, and they decided, yeah, let's do a podcast. And it's like, man, I don't know, man. It's just corny. I mean, these are the corniest people too. These were the guys who weren't good at hopscotch and Foursquare. I mean, some of the more simpler games that you could play out there. I mean, not everybody was going to be good at coloring between the lines, or, being good at spelling bees, or, just being excellent, little athlete growing up. One of those who was great in junior pros, and somehow by 8th grade they were trash. And it was just like, dang, man, what happened to that guy? Man, he used to be cold out there in 2nd, 3rd grade, man. He was kicking our ass. And it's like, yeah, man, I remember, I swear he dunked on us one time. And it's like, nah, that never happened. But it felt like it. But by the time they get to 8th grade, they never grew. And the next thing you know, it's like, damn, they also didn't get any more athletic skills either. And next thing you know, you packing their shit all the time. And pause. But either way, you are just dominating that person. And it's like, man, what happened to you? That's eventually what people are going to say about this, Fresh and Fit podcast. Because it's going to be like, man, what happened to you? They're going to be like, man, we were good, living it up out there, in Miami, and getting all the chicks, all the bitches, getting all the money, buying all the real estate. But Fresh decided he was going to knock up and get a Chinese escort pregnant. And now we are poor. And that's the sad thing. Like, honestly, I think Myron actually is going to probably be in good shape. He strikes me as somebody who is actually disciplined, no matter. Actually, I can't say he's really that disciplined considering these tirades that I pointed out in the last video. Allegations again! This guy has some severe mental issues. There's something going on up there in Myron's brain, and I don't know. It's unstable. I mean, it reeks of him used to being fat and getting picked on the playground. I mean, everything goes back to childhood. I mean, it's going back to trauma. Like, I mean, he used to get whooped in school. I guarantee you he used to get his head put in the sand. He was one of those people that they just, gave him a swirly, put that broomstick and did vile things to him. Like, he has an experience that we do not want to ever have witnessed, because I'm pretty sure, I mean, that rage, look at those veins. Those veins are popping up out of his head like lava. Like, I mean, it's literally boiling. It's sort of like when Vegeta was about to transform in DBZ a couple times. Like, I mean, it's major. I mean, it's one of those things. He's really powering it up out there. I mean, he's doing his thing. Myron's tapping all the way in. And I think that's what usually draws these people into Fresh and Fit. Because the people that get drawn into Fresh and Fit, they like excitement. They like, anger, and they like rage. They like violence. I mean, they're the people who love UFC and WWE and some stuff like that. And they love fake shit. So that's one reason why they probably love Fresh and Fit podcast, because it's got to be some of the fakest stuff you'll find. Because in the end, the substance is garbage. They preach one message and they do completely the opposite. They do not do what they say they're going to do. They believe in anti-abortion. Well, look at Fresh. He's out here ready to say,
they just give you a pill and it's over.
And you know what? What a shocker. I mean, I just don't know why people would be surprised by this. I mean, these guys are very obviously hypocrites. They live it all the time. Like, once again, I was pointing out earlier, Myron was going out here, sitting here laughing, yucking it up like he done actually own somebody. He owned nobody. He's out here self-incriminating, and he wants to sit here and laugh in your face. Like, damn, dude, how stupid are you? I mean, how dumb are you, dog? Like, these are absolute idiots. Like, now I'm questioning if is he dumber than Fresh.
So you use the sugar daddy websites as dating sites. You say it's hard to find a good woman because they're motivated by material things and stuff, and yet you're seeking women, specifically a certain type of woman, obviously, that would be on a sugar daddy website. So it seems like you are confirming your biases by even going there to find women. What?
Okay, so you.
Sorry, Walter. I'll say it. You want me to say it again slower?
Like, at first I went from thinking, you know what, Myron's kind of disciplined. And then I was like, you know what, wait a minute. You can't have like 3 of the most epic meltdowns on YouTube again and still be one of the most disciplined people you see. Nope, not true. Now, he's probably invested well in real estate and all that. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's done his thing, but quite frankly, I don't know. I mean, he be talking that big game. Like, why would you mention these things as often as he mentioned them? I got money.
Podcast. I'm fine. My real estate will take care of me because I knew that if I want to stay with the.
I mean, that whole thing, he was just going on, I'll be fine. You don't start preaching, I'm going to be fine, unless you know you're not going to be okay. So like when Donovan Sharp was out here, talking about he'll be okay without Devin. I'll be okay without Devin. No, you won't.
Like, man, why do you got to keep stating that you're going to be okay if Devin leaves you? If Devin leaves me, I'm going to be fine. Like, no, you're not. Like, if she leaves you, you are going to be ready to kick that chair out from underneath you as soon as she walks out the door.
Somebody's going to catch you in there hanging by the ceiling fan. And that is going to be a devastating sight to see, considering that heavy. Actually, you know what? You probably couldn't pull that off. And I mean, oh, Lord, I'm going to take this in a really dark direction if I keep going. I do not mean for anybody to have dark thoughts. I'm just saying he would have been really heavy and he would have broke the ceiling. So he couldn't go out that way. I'm just saying, God, oh, no, I got to stop. But like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I know I forgot to mention that earlier when I was ranting, and I don't know. I kind of got into one right there. But yeah, I don't know, man. This whole Fresh and Fit thing, I mean, it's great for content, but it's just bad. It's bad for society. Because, I mean, men, as a whole right now, men, we garbage. We're just not very good. Like, there's not a very, high amount of competent men I see on a daily basis. I just don't see it. And I work amongst the public, and I get to see a lot of different folks come through where I'm working. And I mean, I don't know. As a whole, I mean, first of all, there's a lot of feminine men out there. That is very true. I see it like, there's a lot. But that's okay. Do your thing. But also, like, the men who are supposed to be masculine, most of us just complain. We complain a lot. And that's what you get when you listen to Fresh and Fit. You just listen to 2 dudes, bitch about women and at women for hours. I mean, these podcasts be going on for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. Like, man, they be going at it with them chicks. They be having to tag them out, bring in more. It's like, you know what? Yeah, we had to get in a whole nother set. This is like hockey. They're just interchanging these chicks because it's like, you know what? Hey, man, we just got to keep running through them. I mean, they don't stop. It's just like the movie Ambulance, which I think that was in Florida. We don't stop. Which, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was, but it's still, great film, by the way. But either way, I need to end this video. I hope you've enjoyed the content here today. I'm going to try to post a little bit more often, and, well, I'll see you soon. Peace.